Dredge. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Dredge is a single-player fishing adventure with a sinister undercurrent. Sell your catch, upgrade your boat, and dredge the depths for long-buried secrets. Explore a mysterious and discover why some things are best left forgotten. Yes, guys, I covered this about 6-7 months ago, the demo anyway, which you couldn't really get very far on the demo, but it did impress me at the time. Team 17 have sent me a key since then, and so I've been playing that for, I don't know how many hours, probably about 8 hours. The game's about 10 to 15 hours long, and I've had a right good blast playing this. Basically, you are a fisherman, and you come to this new place, and you know nothing about the people, the customs, or the sinister shit that's going down. Your boat's just this tiny little thing, and you've got a basic fishing rod that'll only allow you to fish in certain types of waters. There's lots of different types of waters in this. There's oceanic, there's shallows, there's volcanic, there's marshlands, I think. There's a couple of others as well, I can't remember all of them. And you need to have fishing gear to fish in all of them. You can also get drag nets that'll just have a trail behind your boat picking up different types of fish, but again, they'll only pick up the types of fish that the net's designed for. You can upgrade everything to get uber nets and uber rods that'll just fish in all kinds of waters. You can also dredge the bottom of the ocean and shipwrecks and things to find materials to upgrade your boat, and also materials that have been lost by people, fetch quests that you get to go and get them. Now, this is how the story works. The story is very minimalistic in the sense you don't get much at a time. But by exploring the map, being sent on quests and talking to new people, you start to build up a story of some sinister shit. And it's a really interesting story. Meeting the characters are well presented as well in the game. And you kind of get intrigued as to what's actually going on. There's some really weirdos in this game that you work for, essentially, getting stuff for them, and the more stuff you get from them, the more weird they become, and you wonder where it's all going to head. So it's a really nice little story, this. Now, the way the fishing works, which is the main part of the game, is you'll see little disturbances on the top of the water, bubbles and things like that, and then you'll see a shoal of fish if it's a place to fish, or you'll see debris just floating around. Now, to catch an actual fish or get the actual debris if you're dredging, there's a little mini game. It's just basically you move up and down and avoid being hit off the black bits that are flying around this kind of wheel. The more valuable the prize, the harder the mini game is, but none of them are really hard. There's different mini games as well for different types of fish. When you get further away into the more obscure waters, there's some different kinds of mini games that you'll have to do. But like I say, they're all pretty easy. They're there to put a little bit of pressure on, I think. And you do get a sense of excitement, I guess, as you winching up different catches, and especially the debris. Now, there's different types of debris. There's planks, there's what looks like cotton, linen, there's metal, and there's also research pieces. Now, I'll come to the research in a second, but the actual pieces of debris that you get, like I said earlier, they go towards upgrading your ship, or boat, should I say. Now, you do this at various ports that you can dock at during the game, where you'll have a shipwright who can repair damage, and you will take damage in this. There'll be a fishmonger where you can sell your catch to get money. And at various ports, there's places where you can actually rebuild your ship and add expansion ports, so you have a lot more room to haul your catch into, upgrade your rods, upgrade your nets, upgrade your engines, which is vitally important when you're trying to escape the monstrous fishes that come out at night, which I'll come to in a sec. And last but not least, you can also sleep at these places, and sleep's vital because you start going insane. I'll come to that in a second. I'm coming to a lot in a second, aren't I? I'll come to that in a second, but sleeping is very, very important in this game. Research-wise, there's lots of different ways you can research. Again, it's the same things like engines, rods, nets, lights, which again are important, which I'll come to in a sec, and actual space on your ship. So there's a lot of things that you have to go and get. You'll be dredging, you'll be fishing, you'll be questing, and you'll be trying to get back home before it gets dark. And this is the fun side of the game. There are monstrous things beneath them waves, guys. And especially at night, weird things happen. You start hallucinating. Rocks just start appearing in front of your boat. And different types of fish come out at night. So you have to actually go out at night to get certain types of fish for quests. And you might see what looks like fish in the water, and when you get next to it, it's a sea beast. There's all kinds of shit going on. Now you can put lights on your ship to help with your insanity. The more lights you have on the ship, the more powerful the lights are, the longer you'll be able to stay out in the dark without things completely overwhelming you. And this is why it's important to have a lot of engines on your ship, and some upgraded engines, so you can go really, really fast to escape and outrun some of these beasts that will inevitably come after you. Especially when you go to some of the more distant places on the map. The map, it's a decent size, really. It's quite fun to explore some of the different places on the map. They're all kind of different in their own way, and there's all weird people that live in different places of the map that'll give you crazy quests. You'll find shipwrecked people that you'll just put on board and take them to a safe place. You'll find a few family feuds that you're trying to fix. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And in a few of these different places, there are sea monsters there. There's giant squids, and there's this really scary fish with a little light on its head that just comes after it, and these do massive damage to your ship. In fact, I got two-shotted off. I think it was the squid just two-shotted me, and I lost all my cargo, which was a shame. You get your ship back and you can repair your ship, and the more research you do, the tougher your ship gets. I think the first ship you get can only take 3 points of damage, whereas later on you can get up to 6, 7 or 8, I think it is. Overall, I found the game mega relaxing. It was just so nice to just go out fishing, totally relaxed, doing quests and exploring and finding different shipwrecks and finding treasure, selling the treasure, getting a bit more money, researching different upgrades, seeing the satisfaction of getting your ship bigger so you can catch more fish, get more money, pay for more upgrades. It's a really nice game loop, this, and it's very, very relaxing. Certainly a different kind of game to a lot of the ones I've played recently that aren't really relaxing and very, very stressful. So it's nice to have games like this, I think, in your library that you can just chill out with, and it's got a nice story, albeit a bit sinister, but it has a fun gameplay loop, and the mini games such as the fish and the dredge, and they're not that hard. But what I do like about the mini games is when you're under extreme pressure, like in the dark, and there's a giant spindly killer fish coming for you, you kind of f**k up completely with your little your mini game, because you're like, oh shit, hurry up, and the faster you try to go, the more times you press the button at the wrong time, and it becomes quite hilarious. So there you go, guys. I love the demo of this, and I do like the actual full game. It's a cracker. It's a real cracking good game, this, and I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. That's how good it is. It tickled me fancy, guys, and I like me fancy being tickled.